Hello. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Semi-Disciplined Multidisciplinarian. I am Ed Mikowski, your companion in constant curiosity. Today, we are going to do a very basic typewriter cleaning. I've got this here Remington Quiet Writer. It's an old, to me, I haven't looked up the date of it. It's either maybe World War II, perhaps Korean War era. Looks very military-like. It is very heavy, a very good, strong, solid desktop typewriter. My barber, we were talking typewriters the other day, and he said he would like a typewriter, and I'm looking to free up some space in my house. I think I paid 10 or 20 bucks for this thing at a rummage sale a long time ago. But I want to give him a typewriter that is perfectly working. Look at how shiny those are. They are lovely. So we're going to do a very basic interior clean of this here Remington Quiet Writer. Okay, so we need a couple of very important things in order to clean a typewriter properly. First of all, the cleaning agent, which I am going to use, will be lacquer thinner. I'm going to spread that on the type slugs. That's what these are called, the little character locations that strike the paper. And then in order to afterward lubricate, I'm going to use neutral control cleaner for electronics. In between, a little bit of canned air to dry it off. And of course, use these here handy rubber gloves. I have injured my eyes a couple different times, so I'm a little overly conscious of eye care. So I generally always wear eye protection when I'm doing anything involving chemicals or metal and wood things that could be flying all over the place. Additionally, I've got this here glass vessel that I'm going to pour the lacquer thinner in. You don't want to use plastic or rubber because lacquer thinner can eat through those things. I'm going to use I forget if this is brass or bronze or copper when I initially got it. I'm using that instead of steel because I don't want this steel to be harder than the steel of these slugs, potentially scratching them and damaging the font. A couple of other additional things I have. This surface underneath, it's just the top of like a plastic tote, just to catch any chemicals, and it might dissolve it a little bit, but either way, the important thing is it's not getting through and dripping all over my workbench. Additionally, this here pillowcase, I didn't really like the color, had it laying around. I guess for this, I picked the superpower of tantrum. I'm reusing, I'm recycling this into some rags that I'm going to use to cover up the typewriter that I don't want to get lacquer on, such as the platen right here, or any of the painted surfacers. As it is lacquer thinner, it will thin the paint. All right, so the first order of business, I'm going to put all of the type slugs up, and I'm going to cover underneath with one of these rags. This feels so heretical. I can't believe I'm pushing these all up at once. It feels like the worst thing ever. But you got to do it to keep these parts from becoming damaged with chemicals. All right, there we are. So we got the underneath there covered. I'm also going to cover up this area too. Don't want the platen, any of these rubber parts to get any kind of lacquer thinner on them. It'll melt them. Same thing with the paint. We're going to do our best not to get any paint on here. All right, if you could zoom in a little bit here, kind of get this view, cleaning these off here. I'm trying to get the lacquer thinner, see what it's doing to the type slugs, so you can see it's certainly becoming a lot more shiny. And I could maybe use more lacquer thinner than this. I might be over economizing. So I'm paranoid I'm going to end up like ruining something. So then we'll take a little bit of canned air to dry it off. All right, let's see what we have here. Give it a little dusting. Ooh, those type slugs are nice and clean. Let's get in close and get a look at them. Zoom in on them. Look at how shiny those are. They are lovely. Much better than before. So you can touch them and don't even get your gloves dirty. So we'll dry that off a little bit, and then we're going to sparingly use this here lubricant and cleaner, just a very little bit, right in the joints where the movement takes place. Oh, we got some lacquer thinner sitting on there. You want to dry up that stuff. There we go. Let's just very gently spritz this in here a little bit. And we're going to take this here rag, wipe it off a little, dry it a little more. Now, let's see how we've done. Let's take out our rag. Take out our other rag. Let's see how snappy this typer now works. Look at that. Quick and slick operation, like it's meant to be. So there you go, a super basic typewriter cleaning. As long as your the keys and all the bars that lead to the slugs are straight, in my experience, that basic cleaning will take care of the vast majority of any issues you're having. Simple cleaning, very light lubrication. You don't want to gum it up too much because too much oil will eventually gunk up those joints. But in my experience, that will make your life a lot simpler and will lead to many more years of happy typing. So thank you for joining me, and stay curious, my pals.